What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Matthew Thompson, and this is another episode of Matthew Thompson, famous YouTuber. Now, you're probably looking at the thumbnail and saying, wasn't this supposed to be the review of a children's book? We'll get there, but I had the hungies, so I wanted to eat this banana. And today, we're going to be learning about the very hungry caterpillar. And so, you don't want to be hungry when you record a video, or else you're going to be cranky, or at least I would be. So, I'm taking care of my hungies, and then we'll get to review his hungies. Please excuse me for talking with my mouth full. Not that you expect anything more polite out of me anyways. But, it's the thought that counts. That was my coffee cup that made that noise. Yeah, I just promised that. That's funny. Anyways, I'm gonna sip on this coffee for a second. Kind of get my mind cleared. And then we'll go from there. All right. Without further ado, The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. Now, as you can see on the front cover, we have what appears to be a caterpillar, or at least a rendition of one. This is a rather large caterpillar. As you can see, he is about the size of my arm, and I work out, so I have pretty big arms. So that's a big caterpillar. Starting off on the inside, you got some colorful photos, and then you got one of these little book flap things. Kind of has some spoiler alerts, so we'll avoid that. But at the end it says, brilliantly innovative designer and artist Eric Carle has dramatized the story of one of nature's commonest yet loveliest marvels, the metamorphosis of the beautiful butterfly, in a picture book to delight as well as to instruct the very youngest reader or listener. Yeah. A caterpillar does eventually become a beautiful butterfly, as we all must become from a young child into the beautiful human that we all are. Or at least me. I can't speak for you who's watching. Maybe you're ugly, but I'm not. So, without further ado, we're gonna, well, actually, we got a picture of this Eric Carle guy right here on the back of this. That's him. He's an old guy, so, he's got a beard, got a nice watch on. So this book was written by him. Now, we'll see if the book is as good as the reviews on Amazon said. I have my doubts, but we'll find out together. Starting off, we have an introduction by Mr. Carle himself, as you can see here. I'll read this for you real quick. Dear friends, The Very Hungry Caterpillar was first published in 1969. This is well before I was born. Many times I have been asked where the idea for this book came from. One day, using a hole puncher, I punched holes into a stack of paper. Looking at the holes, I imagined a bookworm carved and could have done that. Then dude, I can't even read this dude's handwriting. We'll skip that part. Talking it over with my good editor, something or other. The green worm became a caterpillar. Yeah, this ain't worth my time. Anyway, starting off, The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. For my sister, Krista. That's touching. Page 1. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. As you can see, we got the leaf right here. And then it's nighttime. We can tell because the moon is out. And so, this little egg is resting on this leaf that's on this tree. I can only imagine this is the build-up for what will be the larger plot of the book. Nice use of color on this. Not bad. Page 2. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. As you can see, we now have our little caterpillar, and it is sunshine out. And the sun has a smiley face, because you always want to be sunny side up. Now, there wasn't really much of a build-up between the caterpillar being on the leaf and then all of a sudden him being there. Generally, you would like to see a story of struggle as the caterpillar slowly hatches out of the egg and comes to his fullness in this world, but apparently we are going to split those or skip those plot devices, and we're just going to cut straight to the chase. That's fine, though. Moving on. He started to look for some food. Now, as me, who's often a very hungry Matthew, I can relate. So, with a lot of books, that's important, is can you relate to the topics within it? And as someone who is very hungry myself, I can relate. And then we got that right there. He's looking for food. And if you've paid attention, you can see over here some food. So that's where we're going to hop to next. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. That seems reasonable. If you were to only eat one apple throughout the day, you would still be hungry. The average adult is recommended to consume at least 2,000 calories a day, and I think that's a major underestimate. I at least eat 4,000 calories a day, give or take. But, so yeah, if that's all you eat during the day, just a singular apple, of course you're still going to be hungry. So, on Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. Again, 2 pears, probably less than 200 calories each. Need a 2,000 calorie diet. That's not going to be enough. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, and he was still hungry. Again, this caterpillar should realize that the recommended 2,000 calorie diet per day means that he's going to need to eat more than just a handful of things of fruit. He probably should find some more calorically dense foods. Foods high in fat are actually a great way to get calories if you need them. I believe for every 1 gram of, say, carbs, which is fruit, you're going to have 4 calories, I think it is. And then for 1 gram of fat, you're going to have 9 calories. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a rocket scientist or any sort of nutritionist. But point being, foods high in fats are going to be better. So maybe he should find some peanuts or almonds or some natural fats that would be good for him. Anyways, continuing on. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries and he was still hungry. As we can see, he's not learning from his lessons and he's continuing to repeat his mistakes. You can kind of see him here going through the food, so looks like he may not even be eating all of the fruit, which is very wasteful and inconsiderate to those of us who might want to eat some strawberries without a hole in them, or who may be tricked into buying some strawberries without noticing the holes in them. So not only is he not learning from his lessons, he's also acting quite selfishly. Just eat the whole fruit. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. Color me shocked. Now we're getting somewhere. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. Now, we'll consider the fact that, okay, he is smaller than us, and so he may not need a full 2,000 calorie diet, but he's now like trying different foods, and this is what I was trying to get at with the previous pages. So this is a great plot development and really shows a masterful development of the Very Hungry Caterpillar's character as he continues to repeat his same mistakes over and over again, and then he realizes, I need to change. And so going beyond these simple fruits, he just throws the kitchen sink. He's got chocolate cake, he's got ice cream, he's got pickle, cheese, salami, lollipop, pie, sausage, muffin, watermelon. He's sticking at it, or he's going for everything now. And he also is still eating his fruits with watermelon. He's got a veggie in there with a pickle, which I don't know if you would consider that a veggie, but we'll qualify it. And then he's got a well-balanced diet is what I'm trying to get at. And through this, I think we're going to really start to see him grow into the character that we hope he can be ultimately. And at the end, it shows him right here. That night, he had a stomach ache. So that's him right there. He's kind of got a sad face. Sometimes when you eat a lot of food, your tummy does hurt a bit. That may not necessarily be a bad thing though. If you aren't used to eating a lot, sometimes you have to eat a lot to learn to eat a lot. And that's how you're going to grow up to be big and strong. Simple enough. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that he felt much better. That's actually a really good point, is that as we talked about earlier, do we qualify pickles as a vegetable? Probably not. And you should have vegetables as a part of your diet to balance it. If you're only eating these high calorically dense foods like cheese, ice cream, cherry pie, then yeah, you're probably going to feel like garbage. But if you throw in some green leafy vegetables in here, which he's done, you'll probably feel a lot better. So great story, or great moral added to the story right there. Now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big fat caterpillar. Yeah, he's a little chunky right here. Look at him. Look at that little guy. He's so chunky. He's big. He's a big boy, as they say. So, that's great. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon and pushed his way out. And this is what we wanted at the beginning, right? A story about him coming out of the egg and really fighting his way through. And that's what Eric Carle has introduced here, is him pushing through his obstacle, which is this cocoon that he is in. So just fantastic. He was a beautiful butterfly. And that goes to show you the moral of the story, folks. If you eat right and work hard, you'll end up being beautiful, just like this very hungry caterpillar. I think that's it. Then we got some more colorful things. And then we got kind of an ode to who the caterpillar was on the back. So, all in all, this was probably the best children's book I have reviewed thus far. So, yeah, great moral to the story of a caterpillar who starts off small, perseveres in the face of being hungry, needs the foods he needs to become the strong, beautiful butterfly he is today. I think we can all learn a lot from this and apply it to our lives whenever we're tempted to not eat the big bowl of spinach, which I often get a lot of criticism for. or anything else related to that. Now, that probably does it for this video, actually. So if you like this video, this time we're actually going to like the video, leave a positive comment, and subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell for notifications on new videos. Apparently most of my loyal fans don't get notified. And so, yeah, either you ring the notification bell, or I'm just going to have to start sending out group texts, which I don't want to do that. So click the bell to know when videos are being released. Outside of that, thanks for watching. Take care.